On November 7th, 2022, I created this very page you were watching, the Massacre Films, the Massacre Films YouTube page. And so, okay, go. On November 7th, 2022, I created this very page you were watching, the Massacre Films YouTube page, out of anger because the YouTube channel I had before this, Super Mario Nick, that's where the name comes from, it got banned because, well, a live stream I did on the bus went horribly wrong. And out of anger, that was on November 6th when the channel was banned. And out of anger, the very next day, on November 7th, 2022, I made this very page you were watching, the Massacre Films YouTube page. Well, 3 years later, 800 subscribers later, here we are. I have officially got 800 subscribers. And so, I thought, well, what could I possibly do for an 800 subscriber special? To this day, I forget what I did for I'm pretty sure for the 100 and 200 subscriber specials, I did a Q&A. I don't think I did anything for the... I did not do anything for the 200... I didn't do anything for the 3, 4, 5, 6, and 700 subscriber specials. In 3 years, I have gotten to 800 subscribers, because I don't know how. Because it's taken me forever to get to 1,000 subscribers, but if I get 200 more subscribers, guys, we will be at the big 1000, at the big 1,000. And so, due to the lack of specials I have given to you all throughout my YouTube reign, throughout my career, I thought I would give one big 800 subscriber special. So, thank you to all 800 of you guys who have subscribed throughout the years. This is for you. So, for the special, I will do my top 10 music artists. This has been requested a lot, so here you guys are. Number 10, we have Del Shannon. Now, Del Shannon is one of the most influential artists of the 1960s. He is known for his hit songs such as Runaway and Hats Off to Larry, Stranger in Town, Little Town Flirt, his cover of Do You Want to Dance by Bobby Freeman. And he's a pretty iconic artist. His song Runaway was in American Graffiti. I mainly know him from the song Runaway, not from American Graffiti though. But yeah, Del Shannon is my 10th top artist. Number 9, we have one of the GOATs of rock and roll, Eddie Cochran. Now, Eddie Cochran means a lot to me. Eddie Cochran, he's the king. He's the king of rock and roll. Eddie. We're gonna rock with Gene and Eddie tonight, guys. Unfortunately, Gene Vincent isn't on the list. He's in at least like top 20. But number 9, Eddie Cochran. Eddie Cochran is known for hit songs such as Summertime Blues, Come On Everybody, 20 Flat Rock, Something Else, 3 Steps to Heaven. Eddie Cochran is known as the king of rock and roll, and he's one of the most iconic rock and roll artists. He's one of the most influential artists of the 1950s. He influenced Brian Setzer and the Stray Cats during the rock and roll revival era of the 1980s. Well, the Rockabilly revival, as it was neo-Rockabilly. The 50s revival was in the 70s with Happy Days and Graffiti and all that, and Laverne and Shirley, and like the Lords of Flatbush. And so, yeah, that was the 1950s revival. But the neo-Rockabilly revival itself took place in the early 80s. So my number 9 pick is Eddie Cochran. Number 8, we have another just absolute GOAT of rock and roll, Ozzie and Harriet's boy, good old Ricky Nelson. Now, I don't think my mother likes Ricky Nelson too much. She called him Icky Nelson just earlier this morning. But Ricky Nelson is the GOAT, guys. He is the GOAT. And Ricky Nelson and Eric Hilliard Nelson. I tell you guys, Ricky Nelson is the GOAT. Him and his brother David. Ricky Nelson was the first teen idol. All of them girls, they go crazy for some Ricky Nelson now. Boy, oh boy, I tell you. They go crazy for some Rick Nelson. So Rick Nelson is known for hit songs such as It's Late, Cindy, Bebop Baby, Shirley Lee, My Babe, A Teenager's Romance, his cover of I'm Walking by Fats Domino. He's on for Waiting in School, Traveling Man, Hello Mary Lou, Fools Rush In, Summertime, Teenage Idol. He's just he's just on for like a lot of amazing songs. And Ricky Nelson, he's one of the most influential artists of the 50s and the 60s. That's why he's on my list. Number 7, we have Nancy Sinatra. Nancy Sinatra is the daughter of Frank Sinatra, who is the GOAT of jazz. But when it comes to female artists, I tell you, Nancy Sinatra, she is the GOAT. Now, Nancy Sinatra is known for hit songs such as These Boots Are Made for Walking, I Move Around, Sugartown, her cover of To Know Him Is to Love Him by the Teddy Bears, her cover of Put Your Head on My Shoulder by Paula Anka, her cover of Tonight You Belong to Me by Patience and Prudence. Nancy Sinatra, she's one of the most influential artists of the 1960s, and is one of my favorite female artists, which is why she is number 7 on this list. My number 6 pick is the iconic surf rock and hot rod duo Jan and Dean. Jan and Dean first emerged in 1958 from LA, known as Jan and Arnie, with Jan and his friend Arnie. But in 1959, Arnie decided to leave rock and roll and join the Navy. So Jan got his good friend Dean. So they formed the surf rock trio Jan and Dean in 1959. In 1963, they released their first surf rock song, Surf City, and it was written by Brian Wilson, who is the bassist of the Beach Boys. But their first surf album was called Jan and Dean Take Linda Surfin', which released in June 1963, and had such hits such as Linda, their cover of Mr. Bassman by Johnny Symbol, and the covers of Surfin' and Surfin' Safari by the Beach Boys. Now, Jan and Dean, they're not much known nowadays, but they are one of the most influential artists of the surf rock genre, and one of the most influential artists of the 1960s, so that's why they got the number 6 pick on this list. Number 5 is my top female artist, Kathy Young. Kathy Young was a female artist during the early 1960s, and she's one of the most influential artists of that decade. She is known for her hit song, 1,000 Stars, and Happy Birthday Baby, and is known for her hit debut album, The Sound of Kathy Young, which was on Colpix Records, I believe. Colpix, was she on Colpix? I don't know, because Shelley Fabre, who is influential as well, she was on Colpix. No, because I'm thinking of Cameo Parkway. No, because was she on Colpix? I don't have any Kathy Young records to prove that, unfortunately. I don't have any for 45s. I have her on the American Graffiti, the American Graffiti Volume 3. Was she? I don't know. But anyway, she's also known for her cover of her hit cover of the song "Will You Love Me Tomorrow" by the Shirelles. The Shirelles. Was it by the Shirelles? I was trying to say the Supremes, and it came out the Shirelles. I'm not sure. Yeah, Kathy Young is the top female artist, and she's very pretty. And she gets the number 5. So number 4 is my second favorite band. They're the only non-American group on this list, and they're called the Beatles. And for those who don't know, the Beatles are an English rock and roll band formed in 1960. They consist of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Ringo's birthday was yesterday. And well then. Anyway, and the Beatles are known for hit songs such as "She Loves You," "I Want to Hold Your Hand," "This Boy," "I Saw Her Standing There," and "Twist and Shout," "I Know My Loving," "A Hard Day's Night," those kind of songs. That's the songs they're known for. And they're one of the best bands of the 1960s. They're one of the most influential artists of that decade, so they get the number 4 spot. Number 3 is my favorite band, the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys were formed in 1959. They consist of Mike Love, Brian Wilson, Carl Wilson, David Marks, and Dennis Wilson. And they're known for hit songs such as "Surfin' Safari," "Surfin' USA," "Catch a Wave," "Surfer Girl," "Shut Down," "Little Deuce Coupe," "409," "Custom Machine," "Be True to Your School," "I Get Around," "Fun, Fun, Fun," and "California Girls," and they're just known for such iconic songs, and they're the most influential artists of the 1960s, and they're my favorite band, and of course they're the number 3 spot on this list. Number 2 is the man, the myth, the legend, the rock and roll's first martyr, Buddy Holly. Now, Buddy Holly, he's one of the most influential artists of the 1950s, and one of the most influential artists of the rockabilly genre. And he's known for his glasses, as he's the only rockabilly artist to wear glasses, and he was the first to do it as well. So Buddy Holly, he's known for hit songs such as "That'll Be the Day," "Peggy Sue Got Married," "Rave On," "Oh Boy," and "You're So Square, Baby, I Don't Care." And he's known for hit songs such as "Not Fade Away" and maybe Baby. And so yeah, he's also had famous covers of the Little Richard songs, "Ready Teddy," and "Rip It Up." So that's why Buddy Holly, he's the GOAT, and he gets the number 2 spot on this list. Number 1 is the most influential artist ever, and he's the best, and his name is Dion. Now, Dion started out in 1956 as he recorded the song "Rooftop Serenade." But in 1959, he assembled the group Dion and the Belmonts from Mohawk Records, and they released the famous song "Teenage Clementine," with, on the flip side, was "Santa Margarita." Mohawk Records did not like Dion and the Belmonts, so Dion and the Belmonts, they went to Laurie Records, and they recorded the hit song "I Wonder Why." In 1959, they recorded the hit song A Teenager in Love, and on American Bandstand, Dick Clark called Dion at the Belmonts the most promising act of 1959. And so in 1960, Dion leaves the Belmonts, and Dion, that's why he's the number 1 on this list. Dion released such hit songs such as The Wanderer, Run Around Sue, Ruby Baby, Down to the Prima Donna, The Kissing Game, Having Fun, Lonely Teenager. And Dion, he was just releasing a lot of bangers during the 60s, and he released Sandy, Little Diane. He released a cover of the Chubby Checker song called The Twist. And Dion is just the GOAT, and that's why he's my number one top artist. So that concludes my list on my top 10 artists. Next, I got this new book, and it is about the best band, The Beach Boys. You see on the cover, we got Brian Wilson, Mike Love, Dennis Wilson, Carl Wilson, and the GOAT, David Marks. And this is the version that is tributing Brian Wilson after he passed away. And this is the back cover. Of course, we have the Beach Boys here. This is an outtake over from their album, The Beach Boys Concert, and this photo of Brian Wilson while he's recording the infamous album Pet Sounds. So yeah, this is a pretty good book. I will be reading it soon. See, this is the cover of their album Shut Down Volume 2. They put it in the book. I really want this poster of their live tour, because I've seen the Beach Boys live, as you guys know. It's like this is like, look at the band. My God, they're so young. Look at this photo of the band. The Beach Boys are there. The Beach Boys are the GOATs of surf rock and hot rod rock songs. See, even the GOAT, they even put Rick Nelson in the book because he is just the GOAT. And like, look at this photo. This is the outtake for their Surfing Safari album cover. Like, you know, let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. You know, their iconic song, Surfing Safari. Like, look how young the band are here. This was 1961. And, like, this is their performance of Barbara Ann in 1965. The Barbara Ann is the song by the Regents from 1961. It was an American Graffiti. See, they even put this photo of the Beach Boys with Annette Funicello here. Annette Funicello is the GOAT, and she's very attractive, and she's one of the most influential artists of the 1960s. They also had to put this photo of the GOATs, Jan and Dean, at Jan's house with their girls. So yeah, they have pretty girlfriends. And like, see, like, I like this photo of the Beach Boys with their hot rod. Like, here's them performing I Get Around on the Ed Sullivan Show. There's no photos of when they performed Surfer Girl and Don't Worry Baby on the bandstand. Unfortunately not. So yeah, this is my book about the Beach Boys, and like I said, it's this amazing book, and it's about, you know, the Beach Boys, you know, the most goated band. They sadly don't mention the Beatles. The Beatles are the GOATs of England, up there with Audrey Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor, and Diana Dors. And because I like the Beatles, John's the best member. I like the Beach Boys, Carl is the best member, but Mike's the leader though. But yeah, so this is my book about the Beach Boys, and it's attributing Brian Wilson, the bassist of the group. And so that brings us to my... That was bad. Excuse me, Captain Chicks. So that brings me to my final announcement of this video. We are already at 15 minutes. I will be starting my own WWE style. I will be starting my own wrestling federation, where we call the Massacre Films Wrestling Federation. And if you want to join my wrestling federation as a superstar, also no, I did not copy Vince McMahon's World Wrestling Federation. Okay, I might have, but it's not 1984 anymore, so I can use the name. And they haven't been Vince McMahon's promotion. They haven't been the World Wrestling Federation since 2002. So I will be calling my wrestling federation. We will be called the Massacre Films Wrestling Federation. And that's just gonna be our name. And I know the anti-50s man, Communist Carson. He said he would be in the Wrestling Federation, and he would be called the Blue Flame. See, even the Beach Boys are in my Wrestling Federation. There's them in the wrestling ring. Even the Beach Boys are in my Wrestling Federation. So yes, I'll be starting my own Wrestling Federation. If anybody wants to join, comment down below. I'll be releasing another tribute video soon, like I did for Clips, James Nintendo Nerd, and Mario Logan. So yes, that was my 800 subscriber special. We now have 800 subscribers, guys. If we get to 200 more, we will have 1,000 subscribers. So that was all I had to say. So this is to all 800 of you guys who have watched my channel through the years and like me enough to subscribe. This is to you. Stay cool. Don't be a fool. Here's 200 more subscribers to get to 1,000. Super Mario Nick out.